A grand jury will now continue new sex charges against a man for a rape in the Warehouse District, and we're finding the investigation is expected to get a lot bigger. Ed Gallett shows us in this story only on 19 Action News. 3 weeks in, and the Strongsville teacher strike is still going strong. On Tuesday, a federal mediator will sit down with the Board of Education and the teachers in hopes of ending the standoff between two sides that's now going into a fourth week. Ashley Giancola is live in Strongsville with the latest. Well, if you're headed downtown today, expect huge crowds, the MAC tournament at the Q, the Horseshoe Casino, of course, and the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Police are expecting 300,000 people at the parade this year, and their biggest tip is you gotta plan to make sure you take that RTA, and I'm telling you, everybody, make sure you come down to downtown Cleveland very early. Breaking news in the Steubenville rape case, the judge is expected to hand down a verdict in just a few hours. Now, the two young defendants wait anxiously for a decision that will forever impact their lives. Bill Safos has the story that's new this morning. Welcome back to 19 Action News. A suspected serial burglar just busted by police. He could have been thrown out of the country years ago, so why has he still been on our streets? Our Ed Gallett was first to report the crime spree. Now, take a look at what he's uncovered. Another young life cut way too short. A teen killed after crashing his car into an icy pond. Don Kendrick has the story, new this morning. The control tower at the Cuyahoga County Airport is shutting down. Some say this is just an accident waiting to happen. Beginning April 7th, pilots will have to talk to each other instead of the tower to take off and land. It's all part of the FAA's plan to close 149 regional airport control towers due to forced spending cuts. It's been an endless string of problems for the world's biggest cruise line, Carnival Cruises. Public relations nightmare that seems sure to affect Carnival popularity with vacationers. To say nothing of its bottom line, Mark Strassman has more. An Ohio woman is now animal-free after hoarding over 80 cats along with dogs, goats, and horses. Belmont County Sheriff deputies executed a search warrant. They say when they arrived, the farm was taken over by the animals. Some were found malnourished and sick. All the animals are now at a shelter and can soon be adopted. 3 inmates who escaped from Butler County Justice Center in Missouri are back in custody. The Sheriff's Department says they escaped together Monday night by climbing into the ceiling and through the air ducts. The men were discovered just 4 miles from the jail in a salvage yard. One of the men is being held on numerous assault charges. The other 2 are being held for murder. 2 teens in South Georgia are charged with first-degree murder in the death of a baby. Here you can see a mugshot of one of the suspects, a 17-year-old. Police say that they plan to try him as an adult. Also have a 14-year-old in custody. He was also arrested, but isn't being identified because of his age. The 2 are accused of trying to rob a mother who was out walking their 13-month-old son. The mom told police, she told the teens she didn't have any money. They shot her in the leg. She says they then shot her baby in the head. Philadelphia police are hoping to find a man suspected of shooting and wounding 3 people at a local business. They released this dramatic video of the gunman firing into the Chinese food store. The victims pushed against the door to keep the man from getting inside. At one point, the suspect reached around the door and fired several shots. The victims are expected to recover. A homeowner's roof in Glendale, California became a parking space when a neighbor lost control of his vehicle Saturday. The elderly driver told police he and his wife were driving down their steep driveway when a mechanical issue caused him to lose control. The car sped across the neighbor's front yard and came to rest on the roof of a lower house. No one was injured in the accident, not even a man who was sitting in the very room where the car crashed on the roof. Neighbors tell police this is the second time the driver has crashed into a neighboring house. A dangerous snowstorm hit Denver hard. Travelers on one freeway were stopped cold by a major crash. Dozens of cars involved in a chain reaction, including a tanker that caught on fire. Several people are in the hospital tonight. And in the eastern part of the state, whiteout conditions closed down 154 miles of highway from Denver to the Kansas state line. More than 100 flights were canceled at Denver's airport, and the forecast calls for more snow today and Monday.
Now, your 19 Action News First Alert forecast.